Hi. Have you ever wanted to play an instrument? Well, if you do, well, in a survey done in 2006 by Gallup, there was a survey done saying that 4 out of 5 people wish they knew how to play an instrument. And with knowing how to play an instrument, there comes regular maintenance that needs to be done to keep your instrument in working order. So I have here today, it's a guitar. It has 6 strings, and it all has the relatively same process for changing each string. So, first thing you need to know is what kind of strings you need to get, or what kind you need for your kind of music you're going to be playing. So I brought 3 kinds of strings today. I have beefy slinky, power slinky, and regular slinky. With the beefy slinky, it is intended more for low tuned strings, like played for music like metal, stuff like that. I have some power slinky strings that are meant for like soloing, good for bending, good for just nice, durable strings. And then I got regular slinky, which is just about as plain as they can get. They're still pretty durable, but not as durable as the beefy. And then something else you need is, oh, you don't need it, but it's nice to have, is a string winder and cutter. Yeah. So, first thing you'll want to do when you are going to cut the strings on your guitar is make sure that you get it tuned down so the strings don't slap you in the face, because that's not always nice. So, you do is just get your cutters and just cut them basically anywhere. All right. Once that's done, you don't want your bridge to fall off like that. You just push them through, which they'll just come out the back like this, depending on which guitar you have. But this is a pretty common way. And then, once you're done with the bass, you want to pull them out the top, which they are wound in there, so you just have to basically just pull them out as it slaps you in the face. All right, let me get this all out really quick. And you can do them one at a time without cutting all of them, or you can just cut it all at once. It doesn't really matter how it's done. So, strings I'm going to be using today are the power slinky. Get them open. So, they label them by the thickest with the highest number, which the thickest is the lowest string, which is the low E, with up to the smallest number, which is the 14, which is for the highest E. Because E standard tuning is E, then A, then E, A, and D, G, B, and E. So, first string. Oops. You want to stick it in to corresponding hole. Just get it fed through. Then you'll get it lined up about 2 inches past your tuning mechanism, which is this one right here. You'll want to trim the rest just so you don't have a bunch of excess string. Then you want to get it in there. And while it's in there, give it a good bend, 90 degrees. Just keep it in there. All right. Then it's really nice to have your string winder, because if you don't, then you're going to be tuning it, or you're going to be turning the knobs for a long time. It's going to get very repetitive, and it's going to suck. So just get turning. And it doesn't need to be in the spot right away while it's still pretty loose. But then once you get a little tighter, there's a little knob inside this, what they call the nut. You get it lined up with the string and just get turning again. And it's good to press down on the string while you're turning it, so it gets lined up correctly. And so a usual tendency for strings whenever they are brand new is that they are very stretchy, and they will go out of tune very quickly. So what you'll want to have is tuner, which I forgot, but you'll want to tune it up to E, which is about right there. And then once you get it tuned up, you'll want to give it a good old stretch like this, pretty far. Just make sure that it's getting stretched as much as possible. And then you'll see that it is a lower tune. And you'll just want to bring it back up and do that a couple times. Make sure that your string doesn't slip. And yeah, that's about it for each string. I'm not going to go through all of them just because it would take too long. But yeah, it's pretty simple. And it's very good to know how to do this if you have your own guitar, just because whenever I was learning 4 years ago, I had no idea how to do it myself, and I broke several strings, and I'd have to take it to a store just to get it fixed every single time. And they charge a lot for that, which you wouldn't think. But yeah, that's about it.